High water, high fire signs. I hope that you are doing fabulous. Welcome in. We're going to take a look at a combo connection between you all and see what is going on. Welcome back if you're returning back. My name is Shannon. If you're new, there is a video down below this video in the description box. I would ask that you would go watch that first. And then if you're interested in coming back, then come on back here and finish out this video. Otherwise, if you don't go listen to or watch that video, it actually takes you over to Instagram. But anyway, if you opt out of that and something comes out that is offensive to you, that's on you, because I tried to get you to go over there to see, you know, who I am, what I'm about. I do a different type of a work here. It's always for upright purposes and things like that. But it is going to be a different type of a channel. It's going to be a channel that is challenging. It challenges me, and I'm the reader. I have to feel the energy, and I'm not exempt from anything that comes out of this table. And we all trying to get, you know, in some type of common ground for all upright purposes, and get our mind on the creator of all things, and bring our earth up to a higher vibration. But anyway, I do stand for the truth here on this channel, and some people do, some people don't. So it just depends on who you are and what your motives and stuff like that is. But if you do stay and don't listen to that video, then you're entering at your own risk. And I'm not going to apologize for who I am and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Let's get started here, guys. Right before I turned the camera on, I seen the word slavery, and that can be in many different types and forms. Some people are literally in slavery itself. There's secret slavery folks going on as well, and some people are also hiding slavery. What I mean by that is like the mental slavery that people go through, and then they put their face on and they act like everything's okay, but really on the inside they're trapped. So however, and we can go back into history where slavery has been huge parts of history throughout time as well, and you can find it in different cultures and things like that as well. But the word that came through was slavery, and it's a horrible place to be, and it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous place to be, and nobody has a right to rule over somebody like that and try to act like they own somebody. That's ridiculous. The Most High God, He created us to be free in the earth and to walk freely in love, in a place of not just accepting everything, but accepting truth, and not being enslaved in like things that make what they call sin or karmic activity come about within some stuff. So anyway, whatever that's alluding to for any given person, you and I can break free and can deny the energy of slavery until we manifest something where the prison doors open, right? Anyway, let's get started. So this surprise card just came out in the water and air reading that I just did, and something is going to turn out all right. Okay, something has been horrific here around situation for you all, and either you caused it, or you coming out of it, or you've been in it and somebody did that to you. However it's going for any given person, something's going to turn out all right here in some matter. We also have the cross. This talks about divinity and spirituality and praying and things like that. It's a burden card because something has been horrific out here. And then we have guests coming out, so groups and things like that involved in some stuff. We'd have society if you go to like temple or a church, or just some type of community. We could take that back to like the Hierophant card, society. We see people dancing here. The number 51 and the number 36 and the number 6 is here, and then the color blue is coming out. All right, which that take you back to the throat chakra area. The blue also goes back to the sky, things in the heavens, right? Spirituality, something that is maybe a blue eyes, some blue object, clothing of some sort attached to whatever's going to come out in this reading. Blue is about being calm. Okay, it also can be things by water. I am seeing somebody here by a body of water here, pulling up a net as well. So let's get in here and see what all this is about, what the Most High God wants to bring out energetically between water and fire energy. You could be a dancer or something, you know, could have happened around some get-together where you were dancing, and obviously some type of a burden has been here, but I see peace. I see something going to turn out all right in some matter, and he's going to turn some mourning into dancing here. What do you want to bring out, please, Yehovah Elohim, for water and fire? So the full is coming out. It's kind of coming out crossing. This is a new beginning. It's going to happen. If this, so I said this in the water and the air reading, and this is air coming out as well. If you are just at the beginning stages and you are just starting this thing that has, for some people it's an ending and they've already went through something and something positive is coming out, and some people are fixing to go through some folly on somebody who can't get out of some vomit, but it's also showing you your outcome. If you will just stand in truth, that it will turn out all right. Because, you know, some people are beginning a process of reaping and sowing, and other people are finally coming out of something where they've already been underneath it. So I'll never take away from past, present, and future, and what comes around goes around, and all that kind of stuff. So some people are wrapping things up, and some people are starting things up as well. So the full is the full, right? It's the letter Tav, which is the letter T, and the cross also makes a T. That could be prevalent out here to somebody. This is the 11th house is I know, and somebody does know something. Maybe around a group of people out here. This is about signing a signature, marking a place out. It's aviation, things like that. So the Fool is coming out. This is about having a leap of faith and jumping off that cliff there. Okay, as some people are dealing with a very angry person when the Fool comes out, because anger is rest in the Fool's bosom, right? We also have the 9 of Cups, and in the water and air reading, we had a heavy drinker, and so somebody is a heavy drinker or just a heavy indulger somewhere. Maybe somebody trying to get set free. People praying for someone like that. Then great. Then hopefully somebody can, you know, have a new beginning with that energy there. The Ace of Cups is here, and the 10 of Pentacles. This looks good. This is a new beginning, and an ending and a beginning is appearing here because 10s are endings, and something's very prosperous here. Something around somebody's commitment is here. The 10 of Pentacles is a commitment, and the letter Tav is a covenant in the Hebraic language as well. 10 Cups as well. So endings and beginnings definitely are showing up today, and at the bottom of the deck is the Tower. Now the Clock Tower came out in the water and air reading, and so it's coming out in the tarot here. It came out in this deck, and it represents government and protection and altering things. And still the 11th house coming out really heavy. I think Scorpio also goes back to the Tower, and the Aquarian energy also can be connected with this. But some type of knowledge is here in a really big way, and this is a shake-up and a paradigm shift of something. Then somebody's out here with that energy. Now, what's kind of interesting in the water and the air reading, we had wording come out about perception and seeing something, and this is the letter Ein in the Hebraic language, and it represents, like, it could be an eyewitness to something. This word out here in one direction means a time period, okay, and a period of time, a moment, or a season of a time. And we are here in the new moon as well, by the way, with some stuff coming out. So whatever's going on here, it is time for just a new beginning, and it really is just showing up in a really big way out here. And so it's beautiful. Somebody's dealing with a bad error, though, that has been out here connected to something. That's why this tower's coming down. So, you know, something that's already been horrific, and some people are getting the new beginning, and other people are getting the ending of something that had an error to it. The Tower's serving for all, and somebody sees something, knows something, understands something, and it's time for the Tower to come down with that energy. Let's get some words. The letter A is also appearing here in this reading. I just heard there's nothing new under the sun. No, nothing's new under the sun. All right. The Most High God is on his people's side, and he needs you to know that. And it says, Jehovah is on my side. I will not fear. For what can man do to me? And it says nothing. If you stand with the Most High God, I don't care who's puffed up about their nonsense, okay? Who's a burden out here starting some crazy stuff, and they're puffed up in their pride. They can do nothing to you and I, folks. They can't. It says that Jehovah takes my part with them that help me. Isn't that beautiful? You stand with the Most High God, and somebody gonna get up and do something for you. He's gonna take their part for helping you and I love it. We got too many promises from the Most High God, people. Let the fools be the fools. Jehovah takes my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. Okay? So anyway, the cliff is here. The fool is about taking that leap of faith, jumping off the cliff and doing something without any kind of fear, because the Most High's on your side. Nobody can do anything to you. If you get in the download from the Most High, something positive is going to come up out of something out here. This is interesting. In the water in the air reading, this treasury came up. We've got a lot of money out here attached to some stuff going on. You could work for the treasury. So there's a store, a treasury written here on this card. It's interesting. Found my hands again. At the movie. Okay. Some type of movie situation. We also have ink and saturate. This literal, actually both these cards, both these energies came out on another reading that I did today. One of the words in the tarot that came out was saturate with ink, and I was making reference to a lot of things possibly had been written down, records possibly that have been kept around some stuff and a lot of money, and something has been foolish, as this is about signing some stuff. This is about writing something. So whatever that's being alluded to entirely around situation, there was an error somewhere that caused a big fat burden, and yet whatever's taking place and whoever's went through some hardship with this nonsense, and you have to get up and do something, even if you're going to help somebody else where some error was about. Most High's trying to give some people some courage that he will take your part in doing the right thing towards somebody that something's taken place with an error with that other side. Okay, so whatever that is, it's come out twice today. And this at the movies and a movie star came out in two other cards today on one other reading together as well. So whatever that is, somebody was an actor somewhere. I guess they were. Something connected with the nail salon is here, and some type of cleansing by rubbing or scrubbing, or a cleaner energy is here, or just somebody just needs to get up and clean some stuff up. There's an error somewhere. Maybe somebody did rub something where there was some ink and tried to, fix an error, and it caused the nonsense out here on something. If somebody deliberately did something around that with money, then something horrific has been around whatever that's being addressed for. Okay, there is a renewal of any kind. The Most High says it's positive. That's great. Wishing that you would approach me to talk. In the water in the air reading, it said it was time to talk. But you had somebody that's fixing to crack their egg as well in that reading. And so whatever that means, it is time to speak. And somebody has been wishing that somebody would approach them to talk. Some people do need to have some conversation. We have military out here and a truthful friend attached to something going on. All right. Look, people, if you're upright, it looks real good. There's love out here. This is about your heart chakra opening up. So the Dagaz, which is the letter D, and that letter D was in the water and air reading. There was a plot around some type of a relationship out here. Okay? And so, that ain't cool. People plotting around some stuff and doing some that is a big error, folks. And somebody knows that, sees that, understands that, if there was some type of jealousy around a matter and somebody formed some type of a plot around somebody's stuff, and that's what it's showing. That was foolish. That was foolish. If that information's known and some people want to get up and fix some stuff, Most High's going to help you do whatever you got to do. Okay? This, you can't really see it, but it looks like a bow tie. And so if this was a formal get together of some sort, and something's taking place around somebody's marriage, because it did have a plot around it. And then I will just, bring that energetically back in together. This has a meaning of a new cycle and a new time, and it is out here. It's time for something to just end and begin. So let every word be established in 2 or 3 witnesses. It definitely is coming out here in this reading. So the DA was also being brought up in the water and air reading, so that definitely is here. And then somebody's dad, DAD. And then the date, the D and the... Actually, the D and the T, and I don't know if it's with this connection as the T or not. It may be. But the D and the T in the Hebraic language, however it goes, it does mean the law. So we do have something very legal then that is coming out here in this reading, where something was foolish around a situation and somebody is dealing with the fool, and somebody needs to not fear about that fool. Okay, they're gonna get out of society. For some people, they are dangerous. Okay, what was coming out in that other water air reading, they have a mental problem, a really bad freaking mental problem, and they fix and crack if somebody don't take that idiot out. Okay, they're on the edge of losing their mind. I guess they're on their edge of losing their mind, but the Most High God says he's gonna bring some type of protection out here, and you be safe to get up and do what he tells you to do, regardless what the burden is or has been for you. Something surprising and something positive is going to turn. I seen the wheel come out 3 different times today, and Archangel Michael appeared twice in one reading, and it stated it was time for a positive change. Okay, so those of you in the upright, it's time for us to have a positive change out here. Until next time, shalom.